Hi and welcome to Mystic Mem Tarot. Thanks for clicking on my video. Today I'm excited to let you all know that I have a deck for sale on Etsy. It is a digital download and it is 22 Australian dollars. The messages in the deck are from Spirit to the Divine Feminine. There are 89 message cards and 9 song cards in it. I chose a digital download over a physical deck as it was much more affordable. So if you're interested in purchasing this deck, I have included a link to my Etsy store below in the description box. Today I'm going to do a reading from Spirit to you, Divine Feminine. We're finishing off the reading with several songs as well. So let's begin. What would Spirit like to say to you today, Divine Feminine? If you haven't already made one, it is not too late to make a New Year's resolution, Divine Feminine. Believe it or not, your ex has more respect for you now after you have actually walked away from his lies and betrayals. The karmic did spells on your beauty, your money, your health, your love life, and tried to steal your divine inheritance. She is one wicked individual. You went through more than one cycle with him, DF. This is why he thought you would give him another chance this time. However, you are not doing that. He thinks that it's not fair that he ruined this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity with an empress. 2024 is going to be a fruitful, positive, abundant year for you if you continue to stay on the right path aligned with me. You are leaving behind those that hurt you to the core and starting to seek out your new soul tribe, dear. What else would Spirit like to say to you today? DF, don't ever feel guilty about removing toxic people from your life. It's one thing if a person owns up to their behavior and makes an effort to change. But if a person disregards your feelings, ignores your boundaries, and continues to treat you in a harmful way, they need to go. This was your ex. Did you feel like you went from being your ex's greatest asset to becoming his greatest burden? This quote is for you, Divine Feminine. Forgive yourself for the blindness that put you on the path of those who betrayed you. Sometimes a good heart doesn't see the bad. Some of you DFs feel that a part of you wants him and another part of you knows you are better off without him. You are torn. He knows now that what he has with the karmic is lust, and with you he had pure love. He had to experience her in order to appreciate what you brought to the table, Divine Feminine. I am blessing you for all that you have suffered within the last couple of years. You have endured way too much for one person. The moment that you start to wonder if you deserve better, you do. He knew that he had to change in order to be with you, and he felt as though he simply couldn't. This is how you felt regarding the karmic, Divine Feminine. Choose me or lose me. I am not a backup plan and I'm definitely not a second choice. It's sad how someone can go from being the reason you wake up smiling to the reason you cry yourself to sleep. The problem is that women think he will change. He won't. And men make the mistake of thinking she will never leave. She will. The rejection and the betrayal catapulted you into a full-blown spiritual awakening. You were in a sunken place, Divine Feminine, and you didn't know what to do or who to turn to. You felt so alone when he let you down and abandoned you. DF, it might hurt to walk away, but that will never compare to the pain of staying. Don't let the fear of being alone keep you in a relationship where you are alone. There were days when you wished you would wake up remembering nothing about your ex, Divine Feminine. His family, his friends, and the karmic came in between your connection. The narcissist will throw in your face all that they have done for you, but never say one word of all that you have done for them. Was this your ex, Divine Feminine? You are always giving to everyone around you, including family, friends, and children. It's time now for you to receive what I have in store for you. This is how you feel about your ex that betrayed you. It's so nice when toxic people stop talking to you. It's like the trash took itself out. DF, you were loving, kind, gentle, loyal, and committed. You did want the best for him at one stage. The karmic, on the other hand, encourages him to self-destruct, supports his vices, she is disloyal, she cheats and lies, and she definitely doesn't care about his health or his well-being. He originally thought that the karmic was more fun because she provided him with short-term fulfillment. She is a daredevil who breaks all of the rules. He viewed you as wifey though, someone who had the characteristics and qualities suitable for a long-term relationship. Your ex fought against your connection rather than embracing it and putting in the hard work for it to succeed. Divine Feminine, silence is the best response to a fool. Men are supposed to love and protect you, not hurt and betray you. A woman with trust issues is a woman who has heard, "I promise I'll never hurt you," too many times, with actions that tell her otherwise. It took you closing out this cycle with him for him to see both your value and your worth, Divine Feminine. You have been focusing on your family, your children, your work, and your house. He went back to an ex of his. Count yourself lucky that he is not your problem. He is hers now. Divine Feminine, isn't it funny how people notice the change in your attitude towards them, but don't ever notice their behavior that made you change? You are a giving person. Givers must set limits because takers, like your ex, rarely do. This quote applies to you regarding your ex, Divine Feminine. I was your cure, but you were my disease. I was saving you, but you were killing me. He wrecked your self-esteem and stole your joy. You have a whole new attitude and you are leaving the past in the past to start afresh in 2024. You have to let people go. Everyone who is in your life is meant to be on your journey, but not all of them are meant to stay till the end. And this was your ex. You don't need a man now if you are not ready, Divine Feminine. You have suffered a lot. Maybe spending time by yourself now would be beneficial for you. What would Spirit like to say to you today, Divine Feminine? A big financial blessing is on its way to you. You have to put yourself first, Divine Feminine. When you do this, you have enough love to put into those that you love. DF, you thought it was real love between you both until it all went left and you discovered it was actually a toxic trauma bond that you two shared. The more your life improves, the worse your ex's life gets. He has contemplated coming back to you with an engagement ring. He thinks an offer of commitment will make up for everything that he has done to you. You walked away from a toxic, negative, abusive, one-sided, dead-end, low-vibrational relationship. You are the winner now. Your ex kept you on hold waiting as he was out there exploring his options. Healing ourselves is not an overnight process. It is a daily cleansing of pain. It is a daily healing of your life. He is sad now that he didn't invest in you. He thought he was going to where the grass was greener. But instead he encountered a karmic while simultaneously losing an empress. You would rather pleasure yourself than sleep around, Divine Feminine. You always show kindness and help people even if you are struggling with your own problems. He thought that you were so naive, simply because you weren't street smart and you believed in fairy tale love stories. That is, up until he hurt you. DF, you have a couple of ex-lovers that are pining for you and want you back. You thrive on discipline and structure. That's why you are such an organized person. This ex and their karmic have racked up so much karmic debt for going against you, one of God's chosen. Put it this way, they will experience tower after tower in their lives. He has a lot of obsessions and he also has an addictive personality. This explains the addiction to drugs, alcohol, sex, and the way he is constantly stalking you now. You felt like a babysitter having to look after this man-child. He was too dependent on you. One day, your ex will realize they lost a diamond while playing with worthless stones. He caught an STD off the karmic. He has lost a lot of money and he has to move on and he is having legal issues at the moment. DF, you were only willing to be number one. You weren't interested in being the other woman, an option, or a side piece. You are now choosing happiness over suffering. He pretended to be friendly, nice, and helpful. He always had ulterior motives though. He was a scammer and a con artist by nature. Your ex has left a path of destruction and a trail of broken hearts behind him. As hard as it was to heal, you did it. You suffered with this karmic soulmate. He had you depressed, crying, and suffering from anxiety. I witnessed it all and saw every single tear that you shed, Divine Feminine. The King of Wands rejected the Empress. How ridiculous. He wasn't matched to you energetically in the first place. You are my earth angel, and I am blessing you for your beautiful heart, your pure intentions, and your angelic soul. He had no idea that when he betrayed you, his life would go downhill quickly. You are walking karma, Divine Feminine. What else would Spirit like to say to you today, Divine Feminine? Your ex is sending you the evil eye. He wanted to knock you down off your throne. He was competing with you the whole time. Believe it or not, he's actually now apologetic. You don't even care to hear him out though. In the future, you must put yourself first. Never let anyone take advantage of you ever again. You are running on empty from giving too much to the wrong people, dear. You weren't getting anything in return and you needed to be replenished. You have made it into your life purpose now, so no one can touch you now. You are anointed. Divine Feminine, you have remained faithful and dedicated to me. I will be rewarding you for your loyalty and for leaving toxic cycles behind you. Once you broke away from that toxicity you were caught up in with him, your life began to improve dramatically. I made sure of it. You were trauma bonded to him. It wasn't genuine and real love. Your ex dragged your name through the mud, mocked you, ostracized you, slandered your name, cheated on you, and lied to you. I know that it took such a bad breakup for you to come in my direction. However, I am so happy that you did it. Now you are in my arms. You are my divine child. Your ex is sleeping with everyone and everything as a way of dealing with what he did to you, and because you're not interested in taking him back. You have a divine purpose here on earth to fulfill. You were specially chosen by me for this. He pretended to be this righteous man with great morals and ethics. He pretended to want a commitment. He pretended to want a future with you. He was so fake. Your ex thought that you were naive and an easy target simply because you are a sweet, caring person with a heart of gold. Your circle has become quite small. You had to get rid of the people in your life who didn't wish good for you. I want you to partner up with someone who deserves and appreciates your light, your heart, and your beautiful soul. Putting me first in your life was the best decision you ever made, Divine Feminine. Your ex is being haunted by the terrible things that he put you through. Your ancestors will not leave him alone. He switched up on you from one day to the next, and you didn't know what had hit you. Him and the karmic are both gold diggers who have accumulated so much karmic debt that they are in over their head now. They are now stuck together. The karmic that your ex is currently with is a heavy drug addict. She takes a mix of cocaine, meth, and heroin. It wasn't just weed and alcohol like you originally thought. He tried to take your 10 of Pentacles, but lost his own 10 of Pentacles for coming up against a divine being. He couldn't and didn't want to fight his own demons. He gave in to temptation every single time. There has been a whole new shift in your energy, Divine Feminine. This has you feeling confident, independent, self-sufficient, and satisfied and optimistic. He is the King of Swords in reverse, in other words, a full-blown narcissist. He was actually a hidden enemy the whole time. He teamed up with the karmic to go against you, Divine Feminine. I am granting you new life upgrades. These include a new house, a new car, new jobs, multiple streams of income, and other new material possessions. You are exactly where you should be now, working for me. He pretended to believe in God and made out that he was into traditional relationships. He didn't in fact believe in God. He was a commitment phobe, and he was into unconventional lifestyle, swinging multiple third parties, etc. Your ex wants to come back now that you are succeeding and having upgrades. Where was he though when you were struggling and needing help? He was nowhere in sight. What messages for you today, Divine Feminine? Luckily you have me, Divine Feminine. I have protected you against all spiritual warfare that was being sent your way. I had to get you on your own, isolate you in hermit mode in order to expose who you were actually dealing with. Don't waste any more time mourning the past person when your future person is near and will come in and offer you the world. I am about to spoil you rotten right in front of those who did you wrong. You have your back turned to him now. This has been your coping mechanism. This karmic is a demon in human form. You are so upset and even disgusted that your ex brought this unstable, unhinged lunatic into your life. DF, your name is being thrown around. Your ex and the karmic constantly fight and bicker over you, even though you put that chapter behind you. You asked me for a sign regarding him as something didn't sit right with you. You had a gut feeling that something wasn't right. I showed you everything. I am so happy that you had enough self-respect to walk away from a man who was juggling you with another woman. You did this because you are divine. A karmic would have stayed and fought for his love in a toxic manner and been okay with sharing a man. I observed him disrespecting you behind your back and then abandoning you. I stepped in and blocked him from your life because he was no longer worthy of you. Now I am bringing in a new divine partner for you to replace him, as well as loads of blessings. Typically, narcs never apologize, as they never see themselves as being in the wrong. That's why you had to give yourself closure. Divine Feminine, you are safe and protected by Archangel Michael at all times. Your ex was too caught up in the party scene. With him, it was all about drugs, alcohol, and sex. He was always on something and led a toxic, reckless lifestyle full of risks. You are a remarkable woman who has been through the storm and survived it. Now you are a true warrior. Messages from Spirit today. Your ex was a narcissist. Everything he did revolved around personal gain, pleasure, and gathering attention at the expense of others, including you, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, believe in yourself, stay strong, never give up, be grateful, work hard, stay humble, be kind, and keep smiling. You need to stop being so hard on yourself and being such a perfectionist. Your ex is struggling now, missing opportunities, having legal problems, going through bad karma, and basically losing everything. He is still infatuated and obsessed with you, Divine Feminine. You are the one that got away in his eyes. You have always been a high achiever, Divine Feminine. You know exactly who you are now. You are a Divine Feminine, a High Priestess, a healer, an angel, and an empress. The karmic caught him looking at your photos on his phone, Divine Feminine. It wasn't revealed that you were the true empress until after your ex made his choice. That was done on purpose. It was a test of loyalty that he failed. You need to write down exactly what qualities you are looking for in your ideal partner. This will help you manifest specifically the characteristics you want in your new emperor. No one understands the blood, sweat, and tears that were behind you turning into the empress. You had to suffer and tolerate so many injustices to even get to that level. A woman who is okay with being alone is one powerful woman. You are so hardworking, Divine Feminine. You deserve every bit of recognition, praise, and money that you get. You are worthy of bonuses, promotions, and new financial opportunities. He could never tell the truth. He was so inconsistent and came in and out of your life and left you with nothing but unanswered questions. You use logic and your head now. You no longer use your heart to make decisions. Look where using your heart got you with this past person, Divine Feminine. Your ex is being forced to take a long, hard look at himself, now that you are out of the picture and doing so well for yourself. He isn't doing too well now without the support, advice, and stability that you provided him with in the past. You closed the door to your past relationship completely. Suffering is a thing of the past for you, Divine Feminine. You now have so much to celebrate in your life. You love spending time with your children, dear. They bring out the childlike, happy, innocent version of yourself. They think that you're funny and they look up to you as a role model. You can tend to worry a lot, Divine Feminine. Worry doesn't change anything though. Try and hand all of your worries over to me daily so that I can handle them on your behalf. Your ex is nothing but a coward with a capital C. He snuck away and ghosted you instead of simply telling you the truth that he was juggling both you and the karmic. You got no explanation, nor did you get closure. He just ran. Now we will get various songs where the lyrics resonate with how Spirit would like you to feel about yourself currently, Divine Feminine. You may want to look up the lyrics online to these songs. The first one is Feeling Good by Nina Simone. Roar by Katy Perry. Scars to Your Beautiful by Alessia Cara. Here Comes the Sun, the Beatles. It's My Life by Bon Jovi. Firework by Katy Perry. I Don't Need a Man by the Pussycat Dolls. Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain. Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. And the last one is Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. I hope this reading was interesting and that it resonated with you, Divine Feminine. If it did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a lovely day.